Keegan O'Toole, 2024 Big 12 champion. Tell me how you're feeling, man.
I'm just grateful for this opportunity to compete. I missed my match with him in the duel, which really sucked, but I had to do what was right. I was wrestling really sick through a lot of January and February, and I knew that if I kept pushing it, I wasn't going to feel good here. And I'm okay to sacrifice it being called like I'm ducking him and stuff. It's all right. It's no big deal. I told him after, I was like, hey, let's run it back one more time for the end of our folk style careers. And then, I was sorry that I couldn't make it in February. So it's fun.
Is that what you said to him on the mat
Yeah,
earlier?
I was like, hey, let's run it back. And sorry I missed the match in February.
What did he say?
He was like, let's do it, man. It's all right. So.
What's y'all's relationship like? I mean, everyone knows that Keegan O'Toole and David Carr has been probably the best rivalry in wrestling the last 2-3 years. So tell me what y'all's relationship is like.
Like I said over there, I mean, we both love the Lord. And so we try to push each other to be better at wrestling, and we're both very competitive, so we're going to try to beat each other. But also at the same time, we're chasing a higher purpose. Ultimately, what happens here, if it's not relevant 100 years from now, it probably shouldn't be as important as some other things. So we try to really push each other, not only our wrestling, but looking towards things up above and not worldly things. So it's awesome.
Keegan ended up in that single position a couple of times.
Yep.
Is that something you've been drilling a lot from last season?
Oh, yeah. My single leg defense, just in general, I mean, I'm going to be wrestling guys like Kyle Dake, Jordan Burroughs, hopefully, Jason Nolf again. So, I had to clean up those areas. And in the college season, David's a great leg attacker. He's got really good single legs, really good double legs. And I was able to stop those doubles. But those singles, man, they're tough. So I can't be giving him easy finishes and make him work for it. And those scrambles went really well for me. And I've been practicing it. And I've been wrestling hard and trying to get to his legs. And, man, it's just fun out there. I was dog-tired at the end. My forearms were dead. But we were wrestling hard. You just got to bring the heat every time.
So tell me a little bit about, the team. Your team has really went through a tough stretch of injuries. And, I know it's led to a less than desirable performance here at the Big 12s. But tell me what it's like, how the fight of your team this year.
So we have not been with our starting lineup since the middle of January. And that has tested a lot of us, not only taking L's in dual meets in the practice room. I mean, there was one week where our practice room was like half of what our team is. And it's just like, this sucks. People are on the bikes who aren't sick and injured, can only bike and do some stance of motion. Then people are sick, are back home. I mean, when I got the flu, I started on that Friday when we dueled you and I didn't wrestle for 6 days straight. It was awful. So just the fact that we were all able to get back here healthy, like Noah qualified. Logan Geoffrey was probably one of my favorite ones. I mean, this dude about a month and a couple days ago couldn't even sit up out of bed without his girlfriend helping him. And so, the fact that he came here and qualified on his own, not even waiting for an at-large. I mean, this dude just pulled up wearing we kept calling him Tom Brady and Kyler Murray wearing those quarterback pads. But he needed them, and he got the job done. So my performance, not nearly as impressive as those guys' performance coming back from those hard injuries. I mean, I was sick, but I didn't have a month off the mat where I couldn't even walk or sit up or let alone get in a wrestling stance. So it's just great to see that, we have our guys, and we're still not 100% healthy. I mean, Noah Certain, Logan Geoffrey, those guys are battling, even a couple more guys. So we got a week and 5 days until first day national starts. So we're going to optimize our recovery and make the adjustments we need and step out there in Kansas City in our home turf, only 2 hours away from home, just west I-70. It's going to be fun.
Keegan, it's 2-2 between y'all now. Going into NCAAs, he's going to be coming for you.
Oh, yeah.
Coming, for a vengeance, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to prepare for that?
I mean, I got to think he's got 2 wins on me, too. He's basically 0-0 right now. So I'm just as much going for him as he is for me. Obviously, I got the last 2. But, he still took that Big 12 title from me, and then he whooped my butt in our home court at the Hearn Center last year. And so I needed it, though. And it's just fun. I mean, I got a lot of really good guys in my weight class. Like, props to my high school teammate, Mitch Messerbrink, for winning a Big Ten title today with a huge comeback win. And so, it's just stacked. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's obviously David Carr is a really good wrestler, but we got loads of other wrestlers.
You have Julian Ramirez.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I battled all those dudes this year. They're all super tough. So.
Are you looking forward to the potential with matching up with Messenbrink? Potential.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but, I mean, it's going to be weird. I mean, his dad, John Messerbrink, was my coach growing up and literally someone that I look up to, and now he's going to be I'm not. He's gonna be cheering for his son, obviously. So if we were to wrestle, I wouldn't expect anything less. But it's just like I wouldn't be where I am without Mitchell and his dad. And so like we're gonna battle, but we're gonna be cordial, and we're gonna know that off the mat, I'm still gonna treat you like I do all the time, and I'm just super proud. I mean, we got another guy from my high school who's qualified for nationals, Noah Mulvaney, wrestles at Bucknell. I mean, he's a guy that I remember his freshman year of high school. He came in. I don't think he scored a single takedown on me in our first year of live wrestling. I always mess with him about that, but. Another guy like that, I want to see him do his best. I'm super proud of him. And so, like, think about 165 pounds has 3 guys from the same high school in the same club. It's pretty impressive. I don't know if you could say many other high schools and clubs have had that in the NCAA Division I wrestling.
Tell me about, speaking of 165, Isaac Olenek was a guy who entered the conference and really took it by storm, and you've wrestled him twice already. So tell me a little bit about what it's like to wrestle. Oh, excuse me.
I wrestled him 4 times.
4 times, goodness.
Yeah, we wrestled in the MAC my freshman year.
Yeah, okay,
he was at
that's
NIU,
right.
and so I wrestled him in the duel in 2021 in like February or January. Man, he's tough to wrestle. I will say that. He is one tough SOB. He's long, he's lanky, he's got really good tricky slide-bys. But every time we go out there, we just compete. And I've happened to come out on the end of them. A guy like Peyton Hall, too, man. I had some barn burners with him. He's not a tough dude. So, I mean, this weight class in this Big 12, man, I looked at it, I was like, this is Studley. These are dudes that are literally 1 through 4 in the country. Could possibly happen. So,
Keegan, last question for me. Is there anything outside of wrestling, like any hobbies or passions that you have?
oh my gosh.
Think of?
Yeah, I mean, it's like nonstop. I've been golfing as much as I can. Yeah, that's one thing that I've been doing a lot. I've been trying to get my swing dialed in. My putting is tragic, but I got a membership out at this course back in Columbia, and so I've been in with the golfers. Our female golf coach has been awesome enough to give me some swing lessons, working on my putting, I have a massive slice with my driver, and it's awful. And then on top of that, I scheduled a bear hunt, going out to Idaho in the mountains in April after the Olympic trials. And I've been dialing in my bow shooting, my archery, because we're going to hopefully shoot these things from 20 yards. So that'll be fun. And on top of that, man, I just love doing anything. Like, I love wrestling, but it's this much as this whole thing of my life. And so I love doing everything outside. It's kind of nerdy of me, but I've been playing a little Minecraft lately. I just finished up 2 classes, so I don't really have too much rigorous school schedule right now. And so this whole trip, I think the entire time on the way down, I had to type a paper. It took me an hour, and then the rest of the 4 hours I was grinding Minecraft. So I just like doing a lot of things. Wrestling is fun, but there's a lot of things I like to do in my life.
All right, guys, I gotta go to the podium.
All right.